You smoked your fair share of pot in college, didn't you? I mean, you at least tried. I perhaps tried it. Why? Do you remember it having an effect on your mood, like changing it in any major way? It made me more serious. Really? Because I mostly remember being more lightheaded, that's about it.
I smoke a pipe all day long except when I'm eating or sleeping.
Hasn't that shortened your life?
Well, they used to say it would when I first took to it, but I took to it some 70 years ago, so it doesn't seem to have had a very great effect so far. I smoke a pipe all day long. 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 I smoke a pipe all day
That you may have hurt yourself at all from all the experiments or experiences that you've had? Do you feel that you may have hurt yourself at all from all the experiments or experiences that you've had? You know, the interesting thing is that the government may have started the whole LSD experience for all the people that try that stuff, since they were the ones that set up the experiments to begin with. You know, the interesting thing is that the government may have started the whole LSD experience for all the people that tried that stuff, since they were the ones that set up the experiments to begin with. You know, the interesting thing is that the government may have started the whole LSD experience for all the people that tried that stuff, since they were the ones that set up the experiments to begin with.
So this is the Roland 303. It was originally made to accompany guitarists, but as a product it was a failure, as it was so difficult to use and unruly. But in the hands of DJs and dance music producers, it made music that people have never heard before, and forms the basis of a lot of the music you'll hear today.
Hanging about drinking a beer afterwards, which is always the favourite bit. And this guy came up to us and said, "Oh, you know, I really, really enjoyed the band. Have some grass." So he gave us this bloody great bag of grass. Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay, excellent. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers. Anyway, half an hour later, a couple more beers. He came back again and, "No, you guys, you don't understand. I really like this gig. Have some more grass." So he gave us an even bigger bag of grass. So we've got a big bag of grass and a massive bag of grass. Massive bag of grass. A big bag of grass and a massive bag of grass. A big bag of grass and a massive bag of grass. A big bag of grass and a massive bag of grass. A big bag of grass and a massive bag of grass. 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 Massive bag of grass. Grass. Massive bag of grass. Grass. Massive bag of grass. Massive bag of grass. Massive bag of grass.
gonna sound horrible. I just feel I have to be fully open with you and just get beyond all the old barriers and the sibling nonsense. Well, the truth is, I always thought that you would never amount to much, that you would end up alone, without a career or anything. Really, it's what we all thought. Mom, Dad, Helen, everyone. I'd always prayed we'd all be wrong, but somehow you'd always just seem so doomed to failure. But now I see that's not true. There's a glimmer of hope for you after all.
I can count
kind of get a little discouraged and your faith flickers. Because you had the experience, you thought you knew, you took a stance to represent how you thought it was, and then suddenly it's all dead and horrible and ugly and empty. And your faith flickers and you say, I've lost it. Faith flickers and it's often followed by what's called the dark night of the soul. I lost it. You have depression. And then you say, well, I'll just go back into the world because the whole thing was phony anyway. The whole spiritual trip was a hype. And all those people in the world that said there was nothing to it were right. Because I've lost it and I'm not going to get screwed by not having anything. At least I'll have the world. So you go back into whatever part of the world you can grab onto again. And that's called, as Krishna Das once said to me, the phony unholy as opposed to the phony holy. Because the problem is that once it's happened, you can't forget it. You might try, you might sit at a bar and drink and lust and talk about soccer and fast cars and look for rushes and trips and more rushes and trips. But you won't be able to forget because once you've awakened, you can't get back to sleep.
shortened your life?
Well, they used to say it would when I first took to it, but I took to it some 70 years ago, so it doesn't seem to have had a very great effect so far. I smoke the pipe all day long. 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 I smoke the pipe all day long.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, Don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!